Hello, it's me, Mario. You watching GRTV, my favorite. Wahoo!
We're looking at SpiderMan Dimensions. I'm here with Thomas Wilson, the creative director. Why don't you tell me a little bit about SpiderMan Dimensions and specifically which dimensions of Spider-Man we're going to be seeing?
Yes, the word dimensions is really important here because you get in the game, you get to play 4 different Spider-Man. We thought it was a unique twist, something we've never seen before. We thought it was fresh. That's what we wanted to do. So you actually get to play 4 of them. One is Amazing Spider-Man, the classic hero that everybody's come to love, the red and blue suit. Then we have Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a younger version of the Amazing Spider-Man. And this time, Ultimate Spider-Man is wearing the black suit. So we're able to do crazy things with the suit that's completely different from Amazing Spider-Man. Then we have this, 2 worlds that we haven't seen before yet in a video game. So we have Spider-Man Noir, brand new series by Marvel, only 8 comic books out or something. And it's very dark, it's gritty. It's taking place in the 1930s as if Peter Parker had gotten his powers back then. So it's a stealth game. It's stealth gameplay this time around. And then we have Spider-Man 2099. So it's Spider-Man in the future, and it's taking place in a futuristic rendering of New York City. So 4 different Spider-Man, 4 different art styles as well. Each dimension has its unique art style.
And how are the dimensions sort of delivered to the player? Are the campaigns done one after the other, or are they interspersed in some way? Can you choose which one to play?
Yes. To talk about how they're put together, we need to talk about the story a little bit. We brought Dan Slott, the current amazing comic book writer, to flesh out the details of the story. So the story revolves around an artifact known as a mystical artifact known as the Tablet of Order and Chaos. At the beginning of the game, our main villain, Mysterio, tries to steal the powerful tablet from a museum. So Amazing Spider-Man tries to prevent him from stealing it and ends up shattering the tablet. So the tablet fragments are scattered through multiple dimensions, and Madam Web, the sort of the clairvoyant character that's been in the Spider-Man universe for a while, appears to Spider-Man, telling him that he's got to have to sort of make up for his mistake. And so it's up to each of the Spider-Men in each dimension to retrieve all the fragments of the tablet. So in the game, the story is divided in 3 acts. So we have Act 1, 2, and 3. In each act, you get to play one level of each dimension, but you get to play them in the order you choose. So you can play Amazing first, Ultimate first, and so on. So you have choice here. But there's no crossover in the sense that it's a level-based game, and there's a villain attached to one particular level. That level is tailored to the boss. So once you go, let's say, in an Amazing level, let's say you fight Kraven in the jungle, for instance, you complete that level, then you're taken back to the level selection screen, if you will, and then you pick up another dimension and so forth. So once you've completed 4 of them, we move on to Act 2. We move on the story along with a pre-rendered CG cutscene, and then so forth.
So all these different Spider-Man versions of Spider-Man, you're almost bringing them together into a single canon. If you're saying they've been split and shattered. Yeah. Were Marvel happy with that? Are they happy with these different Spider-Men sort of coming that close together?
Actually, they were super excited about it. And we knew right from the start, as we started working on the game, we really wanted to make something different. There's been multiple Spider-Man games out there, and we asked ourselves, what can we do that will get this people excited about this one, and what would bring newcomers? And to actually get to play 4 different Spider-Man, it's almost like having 4 games in one. And there's a reason why the slogan is like 4 parallel world, 1 unparalleled adventure. It's because it's really moving on from one dimension to the next. They each have their unique gameplay feature, but at the same time, it's all about variety, really. I mean, that's what we think is most important for this game, is that players will be taken to different locations, encounter different villains, different contexts, different locations, and that makes a big difference.
I briefly played Spider-Man Noir, that dimension of the game. And you must be excited for a start to be working on such a fresh new Spider-Man. But to me, it felt a little bit like Arkham Asylum, the play style. Obviously, Batman's another huge comic book star. Was that an inspiration for that mode?
Well, to be honest, we started working on that game a long time ago, and Batman Arkham Asylum took us by surprise. It came out a little bit out of nowhere. I was looking at it, just looking at screenshots, and then you play the game, and I was like, oh my, there are things that are kind of similar. But to be honest, what Batman did for us, because the reason why Batman Arkham Asylum is such a good game is because it's true to the character. It's true to the license. It's true to who he is and the world and everything. And people enjoyed playing that game because they felt like Batman. What it did to us is reminded us of the importance of making sure that we maintain the Spider-Man DNA in our game, and that people playing a Spider-Man game would feel like Spider-Man. It's not Batman, it's Spider-Man. But yes, I mean, there's some similarities, if you will, looking at the stealth aspect of the noir dimension, but that's only a fourth of our game. That doesn't mean we didn't spend the effort and the energy to make it great. It just means that there's other stuff in our game as well.
And finally, I've heard you got some interesting voice actors for each individual Spider-Man. Can you tell me who they are and how they came to join the project?
Yes, absolutely. So voice acting was super important for our game. We really wanted to sort of please the fans out there. And for those who didn't know, still have really good voice talent. So we have 4 different voice actors voicing Spider-Man. It was important to us to actually have different actors instead of having one trying to perform 4 different ones. So we have Neil Patrick Harris, who's voicing Amazing Spider-Man. We have Christopher Daniel Barnes voicing Spider-Man Noir. We have Dan Gelvazan voicing Spider-Man 2099, and then we have Josh Keaton voicing Ultimate Spider-Man. They all have, at one point in their life, voiced Spider-Man before. And so that was great to actually bring these together. And when people started hearing about who they were, they got really excited, and so we were really happy about that.
Excellent. I really look forward to playing it.